Welcome back. From what I can see, we only have 6 quests left to do. Now, they may lead to more, but at the moment, we only have 6 left to do. And I'm thinking I want to get these 3 in this part, then these 3 in the next part. Just get through them snappy, you know. So let's see about doing that with the one here with Joshua.
Ah, Clive.
Hello. Where there's a will. That's it, just where there's a will.
Joshua, what's wrong? And don't say nothing.
It's not nothing. I've received word from Cyril. The Undying have found Father's will, or something akin to it.
His will? How and where?
In the crypt beneath Rosalith Castle. After Kupka was kind enough to drive out the Imperials, the Undying took the opportunity to recover what relics of the duchy yet remained. And in the process of doing so, they found a letter from Father.
I'm surprised anything survived down there.
Cyril asked that I join him in Tabor at my convenience. I have been meaning to go, but would you join me?
Well, of course we would. Of course.
Of course. I want to know what's in that letter as much as you do.
Very well. I am ready to leave when you are.
Let's get going then, mate. So, whereabouts in Tabor are we going, though? Oh, just Tabor. I thought maybe somewhere just outside. We gotta go see Cyril Sneer first, haven't we? I suppose, yeah, speak with Cyril. Yeah, should have read that, would have known.
Your Grace, my lord, I trust your journey was not overly onerous.
Cyril, you found a letter from Father.
Yes, I have it here. If you would do us the honor, my lord.
I know that I ask much of you in this coming war, but I see no other way to secure a future for our duchy and our family. Yet even should we succeed in subduing the savages and winning back Drake's breath, the threat of the Blight still looms, and only with all Rosaria striving as one might we at last overcome it. I have made plans to see us through. Really? But such are the obstacles that stand in our way. It shall likely fall to you to continue my work. I know that you have the strength, the courage, and the will to do so. This shall be an arduous inheritance, and so I offer you another, that you might be reminded of the love and the faith that I hold for both of you. Your father. Aww.
An inheritance?
It would seem the late Archduke penned this missive shortly before his passing.
The day before we left for Phoenix Gate.
What are these plans he spoke of?
His plans for the duchy, Your Grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor, the former bearer of the Burning Quill, who entrusted them in turn to me. The complete emancipation of bearers is their stated aim. But your father's dream did not end there. His Grace also spoke of building hospices to care for those stricken by the curse, and the founding of a new university to further the development of non-magical technologies. With the Blight spreading ever more widely across the Twins, Archduke Elwyn saw this as the only means of securing Rosaria's survival.
He wished to see men and bearers treated as equals. To see centuries of common wisdom overturned. Small wonder he did not think it achievable within his lifetime.
But he thought it achievable nonetheless. Had he not, he would never have written this message. Nor would he have entrusted his vision to his most faithful aides, those who would have stood with you, shielded you from the machinations of the less benevolent personages at court.
It's a pity only they are still with us.
It is true that those most loyal to your father were the first to suffer the Duchess's wrath. But one at least remains, and she has come bearing gifts.
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that she explain, my lord. After all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extended only to recovering His Grace's will and arranging a meeting with the one who might execute it, or a part of it at least.
And where is this woman?
She awaits you in the archive, Your Grace.
Thank you, Cyril. Shall we then?
We shall. Right, up there then. I was wondering if it was going to be somewhere like around the cliff or something like that, you know. Alright.
My lord, Your Grace. I hardly recognize you. I am Goditha, retainer of House Rosfield, loyal servant to the Phoenix and his shields. Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the delivery of a gift. I only hope you can forgive my tardiness in bringing it to you.
Lift up your head, Lady Goditha. You have our gratitude for your service to our house and to our father.
I merely did my duty, as any proud Rosarian would.
My lady, perhaps you could explain a little more? What exactly is the gift you bring?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented with certain keepsakes upon their coming of age.
Indeed it has. Our father often spoke of the day when our turn would come.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Matching armbands for you both. Alas, he did not live. Indeed, he was taken from us even before they could be completed. He had intended to claim the Heartstone with which each armband was to be finished himself, but it was not to be. And his gifts remain incomplete.
I see.
It saddens me to bring them before you, as they are. It was your father's wish that you be presented with the finished articles, not these works in progress. But with His Grace long since gone, and the stone left unclaimed, I had little choice. You are grown men now, and his house is yours. And while I would not presume to insist upon your claiming the Heartstone in his stead, I know that nothing would have pleased him more than for you to do so.
Thank you, Lady Goditha.
What say you, Clive?
What else? Of course, my lady. May our father's will be done.
Oh, I am much obliged.
Do you know where we might find this Heartstone, my lady?
I do. Though it may be a matter of a good deal more than simply happening upon it. It is found in the bellies of elder griffins, you see. We do at least know where to find one. A certain specimen has made its nest in Titan's Wake, not far from here.
A certain specimen?
You are most perceptive, Your Grace. In answer to your unspoken question, yes. In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. I have been tracking its movements since you were but a boy. Were you to slay it in his stead, as men of House Rosfield, it would surely make your father proud.
What say you, Joshua?
What else?
You say no? Oh. Alright then. I thought you'd be coming along, Joshua, but okay, that's fine. Alright, you stay there then, mate. Because he never confirmed he was coming or anything like that. He never did. Chocobo. Let's go.
Good girl.
Was it up here? I'm assuming it was up here.
eyes peeled, Joshua.
That's assuming he's following you. Again, he didn't actually confirm, so... Just saying, you know. Ah! Yeah, mate!
There it is.
Oh, he's behind us!
For House Rossfield.
Get off the chocobo. Like, come on. I hold it down, and sometimes it comes up, but other times it just looks...
Thanks, Cal.
Up a little bit. Whoa! Alright, there we go, there we go. Wait, I was looking at the... tornado thinking that was it. Apparently not. Apparently not. Okay, okay, right. Let's get into this fight properly.
Nice try.
Right, so I want to get that going. Come on, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. Yeah, we're away, we're away. Although you're not exactly hitting it because it's mid-flight, so the Zantetsuken is not going up. Damn it! Well, that's better at least, I mean. It's something. But you know. Whoa.
All yours, Torgal.
Can't say. Well, let's just go with our other ideas now.
Nice try.
Because we'll get up to 5 quite easily there now, I feel. When we want to use it. Oh, I did that way too early. Would you attack me promptly, please? Thank you.
Nice try.
It's quite disappointing, I will say. Right, I heard the noise. Pull it down. Gotta wait for the noise. If I don't hear the noise, I'm not going for it. In terms of deadly embrace there. Alright, Flames of Rebirth, so we can build up the... Oh, the combo's already at 1.5. Oh. Alright, so this should take us up to 5 now. Should. Yeah, there we go.
All yours, Torgal.
You're dead, mate. Boom. Wait, die. Thank you. Wait. Get. Die! How dare you! Ha!
Nice try.
There we go. I thought it died when the number came up and I was like, yay! No. No. I was tricked. Heartstone.
Is this the Heartstone?
I expect Lady Goditha will know.
I want to get the item. Hehe, potion. Right, back we go. I thought this was going to take us to the dim in that door. I'm starting to suspect we'll have nothing going on at the dim with that door. I want to go look at the door at some point. Like the last thing I do before we head off to Origin.
Oh, thank the Founder you were safe. The Griffin is slain then?
And the Heartstone claimed.
It's lovely.
Yes. This radiant luster, like frozen flame, it is just as your father described it. Thank you, my lord. Your grace. Your father would be so proud.
Lady Goditha, the lapidary is ready.
Thank you, Cyril. I will be with him shortly. If you would excuse me, I shall have the stone cut and set forthwith.
That was quick.
The armbands are complete. Pray, take them. They are yours, after all. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, or even ruby. It symbolizes unwavering will and devotion. And the graven vines encircling the stone represent the unbreakable bonds between you.
It's a message. Father knew we had enemies both inside and outside the duchy. Enemies who would thwart his vision. Only With unwavering devotion would it ever be realized.
And only if we stood together, as Phoenix and Shield, as brothers in arms. Only then might those enemies be overcome.
Indeed. His Grace knew the enormity of the task he would entrust to you, his heirs. But this was more than just a message. It was a promise. That he would always be with you.
Thank you, Lady Goditha, for remaining the steadfast custodian of our father's will.
Forgive me, my lady, but there is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after Father died, Mother claimed all of the ducal treasures for her own. Even if the armbands were incomplete, she would surely not have overlooked them. So, how were you able to keep them from her?
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but a lowly servant, your father spoke to me of his intentions for the bands, of the deep love he had for both of you, and his hopes for your future. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewelry be sent away from the castle. It was then that I knew she meant to betray us. I tried to warn your father, but it was too late. When word of the fire reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short. So I took up the armbands and I fled into the night.
And thank the Founder you did.
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the Griffin, thinking I might claim the Heartstone on its passing. And so my pursuit continued, until Lord Cyril appeared before me. He informed me that His Grace's will had been recovered, and that his sons were alive and well.
Lady Goditha, on behalf of my father and all the people of Rosaria, I thank you for your loyal service.
As do I.
Thank you, my lord. Your Grace, for coming back to us, for giving my service meaning.
I mean, no problem.
The bands suit you well.
I haven't put it on yet.
It must be gratifying to finally receive the inheritance that was denied you for so long.
It is. And we thank you for the part you played, Cyril.
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, might I suggest that you make your way to your father's memorial atop Hawk's Cry Cliff? Let him see that you have received his blessing, and that his vision lives on in you.
I suppose it would be churlish not to. What do you say, Clive? Shall we pay Father a visit?
I think we should. I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks before we left for Origin.
Your father's helm is enshrined there. It has been since the day we recovered it from Phoenix Gate. I prithee claim it, for it too is a part of your inheritance, and I do not doubt that your father would prefer it in your hands than perched upon some lonely rock.
Thank you, Cyril. Come on, Clive. He's waiting.
He's dead, mate. He's not waiting at all. Oh, you mean metaphorically? All right. Sorry. I thought you thought he was alive suddenly. Oh dear. That'd have been quite the shock. We get there and you're like, oh, he's dead? Like, yeah, he's dead. Right, so, two heroes bluff.
Unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
To save the world? Of course. To have overcome Father's political enemies? Of that I'm less certain. Especially knowing what we know now. What Mother was truly capable of. But perhaps these bands would have helped. Knowing he was with us would have made all the difference.
I think it's down here, yeah.
It's just back there.
There it is. Was this always here?
Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. And I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
Free helmet.
We won't lay you down.
That was a nice touch.
Onward then.
Onward. To the end.
And to a new beginning.
You know, it'd be a shame if people are skipping these side quests, because I know some people don't do side quests in games, but most of these have been really integral to the story or understanding the world. They're not just go kill things. There's a few, but most have some element that's connected to the story in some way. It would be a shame if they missed them. It really would. While we're here, though... Oh. Joining hands with Joshua. Joshua has joined Clive's party and will remain with him until departing for Origin. It's kind of cool. Yeah, that's kind of cool. But... yeah, I think it's worth pointing out, because as I mentioned before, I think here and there, like the idea of the Fallen mimicking the architectural styles and stuff of Ultima's race. There does seem to be like two sets of Fallen ruins. And I'm thinking one set isn't Fallen ruins. Like the spires you have everywhere, but you also have like there down below. Very much looking like the airship design that we see at the Hideaway. And I'm wondering if that's the difference. Maybe that's Ultima's race and that's the Fallen. So I want to keep an eye on that as we go around, just so we can get an idea of what's Fallen, what's Ultima's race. Like there, for instance, that over there, I'd say that's Fallen technology, not Ultima's race. That's my thoughts, anyway. That's my thoughts. So, anyway, let's go back to the Hideaway and see about Nobody's Tool. Oh, no, we have another one. Okay, so let's see what this other one is here with concern for Jill. Though her icon brought her much suffering, the loss of Shiva weighs heavy on her heart, and we would be poor friends indeed if we not seek to lighten that burden, even but only a fraction. Before we depart for the skies, I would speak on this more in private. Yes, of course.
If Joshua's worried about Jill, I should go and speak with him.
Priceless. I mean, I was gonna try and get those 3 side quests done in this part, but like I said, there'd probably be follow-ups, and there is, and we'll pursue the follow-ups over anything else. I just realised who's doing this side quest here. Lord Byron! It's Uncle Byron! That'll be a fun quest, I imagine, but heartfelt as well. I forgot to check when we were over in Rosaria if we could see Origin from there. But anyway, Joshua.
Joshua, I read your message. You're right. Jill is different. I don't think I'd realized how different, but since we returned from Drake's spine, I've felt it more and more.
I suppose it's not hard to imagine why.
She doesn't think she belongs anymore.
And that's why we need to remind her she is still one of us. To let her know that we still need her, now more than ever. That you still need her. But how to do that? When last we were truly close, we were but children.
Of course. Do you remember the time we accompanied Father on his annual tour of the Duchy? And Jill and I broke from the procession to ride up Man's Hill.
To see the snow daisies, I remember. It was the first time Father had allowed us to join him. And when he realized you were missing, he had the entire retinue down to the pot boys combing the countryside.
In the rain. A thunderstorm forced us to take refuge in a grove of oaks before we'd even made it halfway there. It was the Lord Commander who finally found us, and needless to say, he was none too pleased.
Then it seems you and Jill have unfinished business. What do you say?
Man's Hill. It's not that far.
Oh, true. Though I suspect it is also much changed. Little in southern Rosaria remains as it was when we were children.
You're saying I should go and scout the area for bandits?
I'm saying we should first go and see if there are actually still any snow daisies left. What would you do without me, Clive?
Crumple into dust at this point. It's nice to see, but, hear. It's nice to hear him laugh and enjoy a moment. Ah! This place that was blocked off, that's cool. Yeah, it's nice to hear Clive have a little bit of a giggle. He's been so sad and down on himself for a while. There was bushes here, where have they gone?
This is the place, but...
I'm sorry, Clive.
There's nowhere been spared. What do we do now?
We keep looking. Man's Hill cannot be the only place where snow daisies grow.
Perhaps, but... it's the only place I know of. Knew of.
Then why not ask someone who might know of another?
Someone in the backyard? To the hideaway, then.
Oh no, it's so far to walk in the hideaway. Yeah, so the Blight got this then, from the looks of it. Nice cliffside. Right, let's see if we can actually see from here. Origin, so what direction would we be looking? Probably, from the looks of it, we'd be trying to look that way-ish, wouldn't we? So I'm looking in the right direction, it's just, again, there's probably cliffs and clouds in the way. I mean, you could just look towards the sun, I imagine, where the sun's rays are coming from, and you get some general idea of roughly where it is. Yeah, I don't see nothing, mate. I don't see nothing. Wait. Where are we going? Oh, yeah. All the way over there.
Let's hope one of the gardeners knows where to find snow daisies.
Oh. What brings you down from the heavens, Sid?
I need your advice. Joshua and I are looking for a place where snow daisies grow. Preferably in abundance.
Snow daisies. Then you'll want somewhere not too hot and not too cold. And where the winds are strong enough to carry the seeds. I reckon Man's Hill would be a good place to start. There in the Royal Meadows, perhaps? Both have similar climbs and the right elevation. If the Blight hasn't claimed them yet.
Right. Thank you.
Did you learn where we might find our flowers?
The gardener here mentioned the Royal Meadows in Sambrak.
Ah, the fields beyond Northreach. Well, if that's the case, then Yote was right. I recalled that she kept a record of our travels, you see. So I asked her if she'd perhaps noted anywhere that snow daisies grew, and she mentioned Oilerfeist Bay.
Whose shores border the meadows. Off we go then.
Off we pop. Where exactly though are we looking? All the way up here? That's... what? I didn't know that could come... Oh! I didn't know it told you about the marks in the region. Hold on, let's have a look. All the marks there. All the marks there. Have I done all the marks? In total? No available hunts. So there's going to be one more in this region then. At least. Okay. Oh, we're complete on the quests. But is that complete in forever or like what? No available quest. Interesting. Anyway, we need to head over there.
The meadows are vast. Where do we even start?
Yote mentioned the coastline. We can start there.
I mean, that's just up and around there, really, isn't it? What was that? Oh, right. Just the blue appearing on the left-hand side of the screen really threw me off then. Okay, whoa, it's very blue up here. Down there, maybe? Whoa! Oh, there they are. You can see them.
Look, brother. You see them?
I do. The flowers and our friends.
Stop attacking me. Stop it. Thank you. Just need moments to get that in so I can really unleash it.
Now, Torgal!
Look at Torgal flying in then.
All yours, Torgal!
Let's hold on to it. Hey! Let me get ready. Yeah, we'll hold on to our level 5 there. And use the Mega Flare. Because there may be more enemies incoming, you know. Nope.
What do you see, boy?
Oh, there we go.
Let's hope this is the last one.
Only one way to find out.
Nice try.
I wonder... It's worth changing things up so we get the Mega Flare later in what we're doing. So maybe don't do Impulse and the Mega Flare, but only start with like the Judgment Bolt and Diamond Dust. Like, get everything very far down. Like, or maybe get it to halfway very quickly. And then get Mega Flare ready. So maybe do Diamond Dust to get it there instantly. To halfway, that is, to get that instantly, and then... Let's try to think, like, because I've got the Judgment Bolt over here on Bahamut. I've got ideas of just changing up how I do things. Because there's no reason to have Impulse on Bahamut. I could have Diamond Dust there and have the Bahamut one be my bring the stagger bar down skills.
That was harder than I expected.
Yeah, I might change that. I might change that and have a look. Trying to maximize damage during stagger.
But Founder, it was worth it. They're beautiful.
Do you think Jill will like them?
She'll love them. Come on. Let's go.
Where did Torgal go? Are we heading back to the hideaway straight away? I wanted to check my abilities, game. The one time I want you not to teleport, and you do.
It appears my work is done. The rest, as they say, is up to you. Well, you and the skies. We wouldn't want another thunderstorm now, would we?
Depends. Alright, hold on, game, hold on. Alright, so... Yeah, what I'm thinking is, do we have Impulse done up? We do. Is there anything left? Like, you. May as well get you sorted. May as well. Is there anything else left with what we use? No. Very well. Yeah, so what I'm thinking is, put Diamond Dust there, and put Impulse there. So, we start off... You gotta think, enemy, well, let's go back. So we already have Zantetsuken 5. That's what I'm thinking with this kind of logic. So we start here and get stuff sorted there. So we get to 5. So we now want to get the stagger bar down. So we then jump back over to Bahamut. And we get, say, the first part of the stagger bar done with Diamond Dust. Just boom, halfway through. Although I would like that. Deadly Embrace on that. But the idea... Well, I'll share my idea on what my thoughts are there. I think we'll still have that around there. But yeah, so get Diamond Dust out halfway on the stagger bar. Then we see about building up Wings of Light. I build that up all the way to level 4. Then we unleash Judgment Bolt to take them down to the stagger bar being depleted. That's the logic there. That's the hope. Just depends, because Impulse could be doing a lot of work there that we're not aware of. That's what we're testing here. So then, once the stagger bar's gone, we unleash Mega Flare. Switch over to Garuda. And then at that point, we unleash Impulse and Flames of Rebirth. That should take us up to 1.5 very, very quickly on the combo. Then we switch over back to Odin. And then we see about unleashing Zantetsuken 5 or building it up again. That's my logic, but I'm just wondering about the Deadly Embrace. Maybe if with that plan we don't need it, so we could switch over to something else. What else could we switch over to? Like, because we could see about this Cold Snap. No, maybe get the shield from Titanic Block. Never really use that. The Phoenix Shift could be helpful. Because if we're not using Deadly Embrace to pull them down when they get to 50% on the stagger. Worth playing around with the combo we've got going on there, though. Anyway, Jill's up at the balcony once again.
Jill, there's something I'd like to show you.
There is? And where might this something be?
It's, not here. Now, I know this is sudden, but how would you fancy a trip to Oriflamme?
No explanation, just leaves. She didn't even say yes or no. Just left.
There are so many. This is what you wanted to show me. I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say anything. The smile on your face is enough. We've been worried about you, Joshua and I. Do you remember when I took you to Man's Hill? Or tried to?
How could I forget? You saw me crying and thought a change of scenery might lift my spirits. In the end, it earned me a nasty cough and a stern scolding from your mother. But I felt wonderful nonetheless.
I'm sorry. I had no idea what I was getting us both into. But I couldn't bear to see you like that.
Before we left, my chambermaid told me she'd overheard your mother talking about my marriage prospects with some of the noblewomen at court. They were debating whether it would be more profitable to marry me off to one of the high houses instead of saving me for the ducal line. No one thought to ask me what I wanted. I was nothing to them. A pawn at best. I felt so trapped. So lonely.
I didn't know.
But I wasn't alone. You were there. Your hand in mine as we ran for those oaks. And I knew then, no matter what happened, I would be all right. I'll never forget that feeling.
Oh, there's Torgal. I do wonder where he goes. Yeah, he just wanders off every so often.
Before we broke camp, the morning after the storm, do you know what I did?
No? What?
I slipped away from my governess to climb the tor. And from there I saw a sea of petals, all reaching for the sun. And I realized that no matter how terrible the night, dawn would always come. That you would always come for me. And you have. Again and again.
Where do you see us? When all this is over?
I don't know. Not here, though. I think I've outgrown the twins. After everything we've been through, the realm just seems so small. I'll need some space to spread my wings.
Then that's what you'll have. And I'll stop at nothing to see that you do.
Somewhere beyond the twins.
I never was much good at garlands, but it'll have to do.
I'll treasure it forever.
Thank you, Clive. For this, the flowers, for everything. It's exactly what I needed. You are my treasure.
You want to be careful with that garland, mate. It'll knock you all down. I'm just giggling in my own head right now.
We should probably be getting back. I expect the others are wondering where we are.
You're right. There's still much to do.
And we'll do it together.
Another one done! Priceless. Just priceless. So close to... Ooh. There's the garden. Reduces diamond dust cooldown by 7.5 seconds. That could be very, very good. Could be very good for me. But not as good as the one I've got, which I got from the Renown. But yeah, I've nearly got all the stuff from the Renown. I just need a little bit more and then that's it. Jill has joined Clive's party and will remain with him until departing for Origin. So... my question is, where's Joshua? Because he was meant to remain with me as well. Fine. But anyway, I think we'll use that as a place to end this part here. I was not expecting those quests to take that long. I mean, I wasn't expecting the second one. So let's go back over here in the next part and do Byron's quest. We've got to have a look, haven't we? Ta-da for now.